I can't swim. I'm negative buoyant. Go back again. I can't swim. Go back again. I got it. Like a lot of people say trying hard, your mind knows, man. You know, this guy's bull, man. This guy's lying. There's no truth behind it. When I was in Navy SEAL training, people go, how are you there for 18 months? The program was only 6 months long. You were in 3 hell weeks in 1 year. No has ever done that. How did you do that? I talked about the new norm when I lived in a 7-month place when I was growing up. For a short period of time, I loved it. I knew any different. That was my norm. Once we moved out of that place, we moved to $236 a month place. I was like, I never want to go back to that little piece of, but if you go back to a 7-month place and you realize this is where I live. This is all I got, your mind says, roger that. This is home. So when I was going through Navy SEAL training for 18 months and going back through all the hard parts over again, I told myself after the first time, I knew it was going to be a long journey there. My body was breaking down. It was just how I was going on. I said, you know what? This is my new norm. So my mind said, it's like going to work. Like, you go to work, you put your suit tie on. I go into suffering every day. Every day suffering being broken, duct taping my feet up, stretch fracture, shin splints being broken. This is my new norm. And your mind says, if we're not broken, this ain't normal. We got to be broken. So then your mind starts to get tougher and became I love God, but for a short period of time, I became the devil because that was hell. I became the boss, the owner, the CEO of Navy SEAL training. That was my mindset. And that's how you get through things. You put yourself, you immerse yourself, wherever it is, and you become that. You become that and give yourself no way out. When I was 297 pounds and I was fat as hell trying to be a Navy SEAL, a few years later, I wasn't anywhere near that 106 pounds less graduate Navy SEAL training, went on to do all these other things. Looking back on that, that was me trying hard. That's why people got to understand what is in us. We have no idea until we start trying hard that I can live in. And when you know that you can run on broken legs and you can do certain things that a lot of people can do, but they're not willing to do this power, this sympathetic nervous system of fight or flight. And you're fighting, it gives you this charge of energy of when you're sitting there at 3:34 o'clock in the morning and you're duct taping your feet up because you're broken and you're doing it by yourself and you're going through arguably one of the hardest training in the world. And these guys, most of them are healthy and you're going through it broken and you are at a disadvantage, but you're still there. You can feed into that and tap into that for a lot of power. But if you look at it, well, I'm broken, man, I'm not going to make it. But if you look at it as man, I'm broken and I'm still here and I'm fighting, I'm going to find a way to get through this because I have no other place to go. It gives you a lot of power. So anger goes away a lot of times when you're suffering because your brain says, we got to run, we got to go. So that anger is not popping up saying, oh, I want to show them, I want to show those people. No, there has to be a much deeper. When I say deeper, it has to be down to mineral soil. When you find your true passion in life. And my passion for me wasn't like, oh, I want to be Navy SEALs, Army, I don't give a I want to serve my country I cared about, I want to be someone that I'm proud of. I wanted to look at myself in the mirror because I was so disappointed. That accountability mirror I talk about, I was so disappointed in what I saw every day. I wanted everybody to love David Goggins. And a lot of people did. Some people say, man, you always talk about this suffering and pain. I'm at peace right now because I went through that. You don't find peace first. If you do, Merry Christmas. More power to you. More power to you. I found peace on the opposite end of finding myself, and no one really finds themselves without going through trials, tribulations, suffering, accountability. And accountability is suffering. Being accountable every day for doing right for yourself, for the people next to you. It's miserable, it's hard. So even the smallest details,